There's a surprising, eerie beauty to the building. We've kind of frozen it in this state of decay. My name's Matt Murphy. I'm the tour program supervisor at Eastern State Penitentiary Historic Site. Eastern State Penitentiary was a very modern building, something of an engineering marvel in its day. It's the first public structure in the United States to have indoor heating, running water, and flush toilets, and that includes the White House. The founders of Eastern State Penitentiary believed in man's ability to change. A prisoner lived 23 hours a day inside of their cell. Isolation was paired with vocational and moral instruction. Hopefully, a prisoner could come to Eastern State, do their sentence, leave, having never even seen another prisoner. And when they walk out the front gate, they start over with a clean slate. To my left is a recreation of Al Capone's cell, Eastern State's most famous prisoner. Al Capone came to Eastern State in 1929 doing a brief sentence for carrying a concealed deadly weapon. But while he's here, a really embarrassing newspaper article is published describing Al Capone's cell as very comfortable, a luxurious cell. It is a really interesting talking point with visitors. It's the most popular exhibit, definitely. Some visitors are surprised to hear that there was actually a dog incarcerated at Eastern State. His name was Pep. He was sentenced to life for murdering the governor of Pennsylvania's wife's cat. Eastern State Penitentiary is a building with a lot of really odd quirks to it. Behind me are two large mirrors. They're kind of like early security cameras in a weird way. They wanted the guards standing in the central rotunda to be able to observe all of the cell blocks from one place. Throughout the years, Eastern State would experience about 100 escapes. Prisoners would try to climb over the walls, they tunnel under the walls, they try to sneak through the front gate. Visitors are often struck by how huge the walls are. They're 30 feet above the ground, they go 10 feet under the ground, they're 8 feet thick at the base. The wall is about a half mile if you stretched it out straight. It's a really impressive part of the building. And above my head you'll see numerous charcoal portraits, and the people portrayed were people who were murdered, and the people that were convicted of their murder would ultimately be incarcerated here at Eastern State. This installation does represent some of the victims of crime, and it's a very powerful, somewhat haunting piece. I think one of the most important things we do here at Eastern State Penitentiary Historic Site is try to make Eastern State's history matter. A responsible historic site makes connections with the past and the present. America today has the largest prison system in the world. We have the highest rate of incarceration by far. We spend around $80 billion incarcerating over 2 million people. We think as a museum setting goes, we're the best place to talk about issues of prison reform, criminal justice reform. And so we like to ask our visitors some hard questions like, why does America incarcerate so many of its people? And we just really want people to talk to each other, to put this issue on people's radar.